Hey, what's up, guys? Going down back from the video. And today I want to do my What If series. What if Naruto had two twin sisters? Part 10. The last part in part 9 there. Before I get started on that, the boats are in. Mostly we will keep the fights as original, so everybody pick the fights to be original there. So let's get on to the what if there. Last time on the what if there on part 9 we see Naruto. No, we see we see Aruko. We see Aruko, Shikamaru, and Choji were like waiting into the forest there. They're like, "Oh, wait, hide," and stuff. Naruto was actually saying that, or Aruko was actually saying that there. She's like, "Hide there," and then mostly the Sand Ninja comes into the thing there, and then mostly they're like, "Oh." They're like, how the heck the Sand Ninja, how they came unscathed there and stuff like that. And then they're like, well, we don't know there and stuff. And then we have to keep our eyes on them. So mostly they get their sensei there, and that's what they did there and stuff. Mostly we go back to Team 7 there. Team 7, Naruto and Sakura are almost up on the scroll. Kabuto stops them there. Naruto and Sasuke saw that there. They were trying to stop him and stuff like that. He's like, my, you can't do that there and stuff. And mostly he was actually explaining why there's 4 of them, and mostly they explained to him saying Naruto was definitely on the rotating teams there. And then they're like, okay, and they mostly get ambushed by the Rain Ninja there. And mostly the Rain Ninja, they defeated the Rain Ninja, and mostly Aruka popped up for them and says he was pretty proud of them, and mostly they're telling all about Aruka might be proud of you guys there and stuff like that. And mostly Naruto's like, yeah, finally get some ramen. Naruto was almost going to tell Aruka something, but technically she backed off on it. And mostly they go to the fights there, and Sasuke was hiding the fact he had the curse mark there. Sakura's gonna tell the senseis there, and he said, do not tell them, and technically Naruto wanted to do that there, and then mostly Sasuke called her a bitch, and mostly Naruto gets pissed off and says, don't call my sister a bitch, and he said, I want to take you. He's like, I want to take you on Naruto, and you, Naruto, and also, he's like, I also want to take on your horse. He's like, I want to take on Aruko there also. So that happened there in part 9. So let's go into part 10 there. What if Naruto had 2 twin sisters? So the fights there will be the same there. Might be a little bit more changes from Naruto and Kiba's fight there, and also so the fight plays out the same. Sasuke wins his fight there against the one of the Kabuto. Mostly Kabuto dips out. He's like, I've dipped out there and stuff like that. So that still happens. So technically, Sasuke takes on Kabuto's one of Kabuto's guys there, and he totally knocks him out there. Using his Lion Mirage. That still happens like in the original series. And he's like, well, technically he goes over to Sasuke. He's like, well, let me look at that curse mark there and stuff like that. So, and then mostly he like takes Sasuke away and mostly trying to seal the curse mark there. So Akashi was gonna do that there, mostly sealing the curse mark to Sasuke there. So mostly the rest of the fights play out the same. I can't really say too much about the rest of the fights there. Technically, when we get up to Naruto versus Kiba, so they're like next up there. So technically the fights are the same. They technically won like in the original series. Technically Naruto's fight there, and then Naruto's like, they're like Naruto Uzumaki versus Kiba, and then. And Kiba's like, huh, I have to fight you, huh? He's like, if I win this, you can go cry off to your sisters there. And then he's like, damn it, Kiba and stuff. And then mostly Naruto and Aruko really hate Kiba there. They're they're like, kick his butt, Naruto, and stuff. Kick his butt hard. And he's like, oh, you have little cheerleaders, huh? And it's like, they're gonna be fun there and stuff like that. And then mostly he's like, shut up. He's like, don't bag on my sisters there and stuff. So technically, the fight begins there. Technically, Naruto using a Shadow Clone. He's like, Shadow Clone Jutsu. And mostly he was trying to like lay off Kiba there. Kiba does his feint over feint there. He was getting pushed like he does like in the original series. Like, God, he's like, damn it, how in the heck I can do this there. And then mostly when he does his feint over feint, Naruto does his Shadow Shuriken Jutsu. He's like, take this, Kiba, Shadow Shuriken Jutsu. And then mostly 1,000 Shuriken. And he's like, oh, damn it, and stuff like that. And then he goes down. He's like, damn it. He's like, man beats clone transformation. And mostly he's like, feint over feint. He does his feint over feint. Mostly Naruto's like, damn, and stuff like that. And he's trying to build up some chakra there. And he's like, there you are, wind palm or windbreaker. And then he mostly dodges that. He's like, huh, you're not gonna beat me and stuff like that. He's like, I'm gonna take the ranks of Hokage from you and stuff like that. That's what he told him. And then you see Naruto and Naruto, they're like, beat him, Naruto, beat him for us and stuff. He's like, I will and stuff. And then mostly he was trying to blindside him, and then he farts like the original series. Then he's like, damn it, Sphinx, man, and stuff like that. And then he's like, I found an opening. Boom! Hits him in the cheek and stuff, and knocking Kiba out, knocking Nakamaru and Kiba out and stuff. And then the winner is Naruto Uzumaki. And so he knocks him out there. Mostly we get to and then they have their fights there. Sakura and Ino technically tied like in the original series there. Stuff plays out the same until Hinata and Neji's fight plays out the same until he was going for the kill there. So technically he's like, this is over with Hinata, trying to use a 60-foot palm on him. And then mostly the Jonins know he was actually trying to kill her at this point. So technically they grabbed Neji's arm there. The Jonins technically grabbed Neji's arm. He's like, what are you trying to do, Neji? You're trying to kill her and stuff? And then he's like, why? He's like, why you stop me and stuff? He's like, that attack should have killed her and stuff like that. Why in the heck are you doing that and stuff? And then you see Naruto, and Naruto, they're like, oh no, Hinata and stuff. So they jump down and stuff like that. You see Naruto and Naruto technically go to her aid. They're like, you're okay, Hinata? Yes, I'm fine there, guys. And then mostly Neji's like, he doesn't give a flying fuck there. He's like, why are you trying to offend her and stuff like that? He's like, she's just nothing. She's like one of the worst things in our clan there and stuff like that. That's what Neji was saying. And then Naruto gets pissed off. She's like, you almost killed your own there. How you be living yourself if you lost her and stuff like that, Neji? How you feel that if you lost her and stuff? And then Naruto was like, yeah, how do you feel if you lost her and stuff like that? It's not right and stuff. And he's like, I don't. He didn't give two fucks. And then Naruto picks up her blood there, and he does this. He's like, you did this to her. I'm gonna bow to win her. I'm gonna bow to beat you and win for her and stuff like that. That's what he does in the original series. He's like, in the next round, I want to kick your butt so hard there. So mostly he's like, well, try it and stuff. Mostly Hinata survived there. Technically, they held her there, but technically she's like in the original series, she was on convenient care there. So they had, and then after that there they have the rest of their fights there until we get to Naruto. We had Naruto Uzumaki versus Haruko Uzumaki. So they're like, oh wait, they're like, and then the third Hokage's like, huh, the two Uzumakis are fighting each other. Both sisters, who's gonna be really good there? And Naruto's like cheering. He's like, "You got this, guys." He's like, "Believe it, there." And then mostly Aruko is like, she's like, "You're ready, little sister, our baby sister." And then she's like, "Yeah, she's like, I'm ready there and stuff." And then they're like, and he's like ready. He's like, ready, fight! And then mostly the fight begins there. Technically, Naruto using her Shadow Shuriken Jutsu. She's like, take this, Shadow Shuriken Jutsu. Ding, 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 ding. And then mostly she's like, okay, Shadow Shuriken Jutsu. Ding. And then mostly the shurikens are going at each other there, hitting back and forth there and stuff like that. And then they both use Gale Windbreakers. They're Windbreakers. And then mostly they technically look pretty evenly matched there because they know how to gain the forms there and stuff like that. And then mostly this happens there for a while with a lot of shuriken coming at each other there. And they're using a lot of windbreakers, even a lot of shadow clones there. And then mostly they actually try to have the upper hand there. Aruko was like saying, she's like, come on. She's like, you're not gonna do this there. And then she's like, take this windbreaker. And then she jumps out of the way. She's like, yeah. She's like, I know how powerful you are there. And then mostly she does a shadow clone there. And then Naruto's like, oh, there's a shadow clone. Or not clone. She's like, I got you. Poof. She's like, wait, what? She's like, oh, I'm sorry, sister. She's like, I'm sorry, little sis. Boom, knocks her back. She's like, and then knocks her out. She's like, ow, damn, that hurt there, and stuff. And she's like, give it up, bitch. She's like, make me and stuff. So mostly they were battling out. Generally, she's like, you're stubborn there. I'm just sorry for this. Poof. Boom. Mostly, technically Naruto or Ruko just knocks her out with a little boop, knocks her out and stuff like that. And the winner is Ruko Uzumaki there. And then she tells Naruto, she's like, help me, Naruto, get her out of this field there. And she's like, yeah. He's like, why you knocked her out, Ruko? He's like, well, she was going a little bit too hard there, so I just kind of knocked her, this one a little ting, knocked her out, and not make her doing it there. Mostly she wakes up from the consciousness. she's like, why you did that, sis, and stuff. She's like, well, it was getting out of control, and I didn't want to hurt you too bad there. I saw what Neji did to Hinata there, and I didn't really like the idea there, so I didn't really want to hurt you that bad, and stuff like that. That's what she was saying. She's like, I didn't want to hurt you that bad there. She's like, dang it, okay, you win, and stuff. So technically the winner is Ruko Uzumaki. And then they had the last fight there with Toji, and he lost there. So the ones who are advancing to the next round, mostly the ones who are advancing to the next round there, we have Naruto versus Neji, Shikamaru versus Tamari, Kankuro versus Shino. We have Kankuro versus Shino. We have Shikamaru, or not Shikamaru. We have not Shikamaru. We have the Mummy Guy versus Naruto there, and we have the Mummy Guy versus Naruto there, or not Naruto, Ruko there, and we have the last one there and stuff. So, and they're like, good luck with your matches there. So technically they're waiting in the hospital there, and they're like saying where Sasuke was and stuff like that. You see Naruto, Ruko were technically in the thing there. So mostly who's gonna take their senseis there? They're like, they're mostly Naruto and Haruko like, oh hey Akashi Sensei, you can teach us and stuff like that. He's like, well, technically I can't really teach you guys there, but mostly I have a teacher for both of you and stuff like that. He's like, I have to teach Sasuke how to do stuff and stuff like that. Mostly he's gonna teach him and stuff. Um, Mostly who's gonna pick up there? Mostly I'm gonna say the ones who are actually gonna train there. We're gonna see Anko go after Aruko there. Technically, she's gonna go after Aruko there. She's like, "Oh, hey there, buddy," and then she's like, "Oh, hey there, Anko," and stuff. She's like, "You're gonna be my," she's like, "You're gonna be my little buddy for the next week. Oh, we're gonna have so much fun." And then Aruko's like, yeah," and stuff like that. She's like, "Come on." There and stuff like that. So she takes off with the Narco, and then Naruto's like, "Who I'm gonna get there? Who I'm gonna get?" and then we see the guy with the glasses there. He's like, "That will be me." And then he turns around. He's like, "Pervert," and stuff like that. And he told him there. He's like, "Pervert," and then Akashi's like, "What do you say to him?" Akashi's like, "What do you say to him?" He's a pervert, Akashi Sensei. And he's like, "Oh yeah," and then he like turns around. He's like, "That hurts my feelings, Naruto." And then he's like, "Quit the act there," and he's like, "Oh, have fun with them and stuff like that." And that's where uh, the part 10 ends. So yep. Comment, rate my responses to tutorials. Leave a like, subscribe, hit the bell notification on my uploads. Go responses to tutorials. Like, carry out. Add a piece.